Alright guys, finally I have my UFC review, and like I say in the title, I'm only going to really focus on gameplay and presentation, because those are the areas that I've really focused on. I haven't played online yet, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I have played the career mode, but not that extensive. I haven't gone too deep in the career mode, so I don't think it would be fair to try to judge it, because I may not know what is or what isn't there, or what should or shouldn't be there. So, I'm not really going to go into those areas. So we'll focus on gameplay and presentation. And I'm just going to read off a list of cons here, pros here, and a list of cons. And, I guess I'll kind of explain them as we go on. But first of all, in my opinion, the pros would be player models. The way they look and the authenticity in each fighter, I think they did a great job there. The body movements, like, when they're breathing. You'll even notice a guy when he's fatigued, you'll see his solar plex move in and out. Good stuff. I like the damage, not so much the blood. I mean, of course, everybody knows, you want to see guys get cut. But I'm talking more like the bruising. You keep kicking a guy or you keep punching him in a certain area and you'll start to see his face or his side or his rib cage start to bruise. That's pretty good, man. I don't think I've seen any, damage like that in any other sports title. I could be wrong, but I think that's a first. And even the introductions here, man, I like how it's pretty different. I can't 100% say it's fully authentic to each player because, I don't know all of the UFC fighters. But as you can see, Bruce and this guy here are doing different things. So that's always good, differences between fighters and not repeating the same things. That's always a plus. The difficulty seems pretty balanced in this game. I don't feel like I can, roll over the computer. Even though I'm playing on normal, maybe I'm not that good. But I feel challenged. I definitely feel challenged when I play the game. And to kind of stay on that topic, I like how it's a thinking man's game, man. You can't really just go in and spam buttons. And I know there's probably some loopholes there. I heard some guys said that people were spamming buttons online. But if you're playing this game like you're supposed to, you shouldn't be able to just continue to kick and punch. Because as you can see, the meter, your fatigue or power meter or what have you, stamina meter, it goes down the more and more you throw punches. You can't just keep throwing punches because they won't have the same effect. So I love that. That's just like how it was in Fight Night, but this seems to be a little more respected. Speaking of being respected, I like the physics. The physics definitely seems to be well respected. I like how guys can get tangled up and, their body parts get tangled and, momentum and stop and things like that. Or if you kick the guy low and he's out of position, he'll fall. Or even if you kick and you were out of position, you will fall. I love stuff like that. And that's the kind of physics I want to see, going forward with Madden. Hopefully with the Ignite engine, a lot of these technologies will be able to be shared. As well as I like the blocking system and the parrying system, pretty good. I love the way it looks. It looks very realistic to me, when they catch some of the punches and things like that. So really good stuff there. And then the last thing I'll, mention as a pro is the career mode for the most part as far as what I've seen. It seems to be pretty interactive as far as, the things that you have to do. I don't know how deep it is. Like I said, guys, I haven't gone that far. I've only, fought one fight in the actual UFC after winning the Ultimate Fighter Challenge. So I don't really know how deep it goes, but for the most part, I like the storyline. I like the way it's set up. But like I said, I can't really answer the question as far as is it deep enough or what have you. Now, some of the cons. The long animations on slams and takedowns, like you just saw there. It's like you can't do anything in that situation. You could just sit your controller down and watch it play out. So going forward, I would like to see where we can fight. You can still kind of fight during that situation. Maybe even like how it works when you're in a clinch. You can still punch an elbow a guy, whatever. Maybe they should allow it to be more like that. And potentially, if you hit the guy right, maybe he'll drop you. So that needs to be more interactive, as well as, that leads to the next point. Like when you're dazed, when you get hit and your leg is hurt, or, it shows that your head is ringing or whatever. I don't like the fact that you can't do anything. You should be able to at least cover up or try to strike back. I don't like that you're just stuck there and all you can do is move. To me, that's just not realistic. And then also, the game still kind of feels a little sluggish at times. Not so much here with Bruce Lee. So, I don't know if that's, based on the fighter. But I've fought with quite a few different guys, man. And it just feels sluggish at times, especially when you get on somebody and you're trying to punch them. But I don't know. It feels a little sluggish there. And then also there's no ratings for the ground game. There's no real individual ratings to differentiate the fighters in that arena. So I don't know really what that's about. But, I definitely think there needs to be more ratings in that area. And, who knows? Maybe it's because it's, a year one title as far as with EA Sports. And, I'm sure there's a lot of room to grow. But that's really, man, how I feel, man. Overall, I think this is a great game. It's a lot of fun. It has its issues. And maybe there's some issues I didn't mention for pros and cons as well. But, like I said, just my quick review. For the most part, I would recommend this game, man. It doesn't feel stale as of yet. So we'll see how that goes. But it's a pretty fun game. I look forward to playing online and seeing how that goes. And you guys may have saw when I knocked this guy down, I was standing over him. Please give me a tip. How do you just jump down and try to punch him? As you guys were probably watching, you're probably like, why is he standing there? He has him knocked out, but he won't dive on him. I don't know exactly how to do that. So give me some tips, guys, and like always, let me know what you think. Don't forget, guys, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sim Standard Radio. If you want to give us a call, you can reach us at 914-338-0794.